Because I have a question that I've been dying to ask you for weeks. And Alex is grinning because literally this question has I almost
Literally,
asked
I
you.
I told him I wasn't gonna ask it because I want him to ask it. It's an amazing question. Go ahead, Willie.
So I feel like now more than ever, with the internet, with books, with all the resources that is provided to us, I feel like this generation is very intact with their history. So my question to you is, do you think that it's harder for an African American kid or student to be taught Black history from someone that's not an African American? Do you think it's harder for them to? Do you think it's hard for that teacher to reach the African American crowd? Because a lot of kids have the mindset like you don't understand. You your background is you don't understand where I come from. It's no way you can sit here and teach this because you're just going off of a book. You really don't feel what I feel when you speak on it. So do you think it's hard to connect for them to connect with the African American students?
Wouldn't I would say, like anything else.
That's a
I'm
fantastic
gonna
question.
take a sip of my alkaline water if you don't mind here.
I'll go right ahead. I'm gonna take a sip too.
But I got to know, Willie, is it alkaline?
Okay. Yeah.
It's purified.
Yeah. It's the natural alkaline. It's not the reverse osmosis stuff. But anyway, I would say that, like anything else, it's when you see someone that looks like you, be it in that classroom or on the corporate floor or whatever field, you feel more empowered when you're hearing it from someone and seeing it. It's like anything. If you're if you're in the medical field and you see doctors that look like you're more encouraged and empowered to do that. Not to say that if you had a mentor or someone that wasn't a person of color that had that, and I talk about in my class the Black consciousness, and interestingly enough, the majority of the students in my class are not African American. So I say in our class, we're all especially African American family class. Everybody in this class is part of the African American family class, because there's a thing about consciousness. You can have the heart, so to speak, and the awareness of the Black experience because you want to know, because you care, as opposed to those that are in the field or whatever that don't care about the African American experience. So I would say that I'm sure it's more of a challenge for that person that's instructing, if they're not a person of color, if they're not African American. However, if they can really portray or display their heart and their care about those experiences and tell the truth about the history, because that's what people really want to hear. They want to know the truth. They want to know the facts. So whomever that vehicle is, that is giving that truth, I think it would be received.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching the preview for this week's episode of the Black Culture Podcast. The full episode drops this Thursday on our YouTube channel at the Black Culture Podcast at noon.
And in the meantime, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the Black Culture Podcast. Peace.